Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, y'all. So this week, this week we do not have our keyboardist nor our drummer, right? So we still got to do praise and worship, right? So we gonna switch it up a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the Ruach of the Most High move through this place. So what are we gonna do? For the first time performing up here today, we're gonna have Big Eye Keith. Raise your hand, Big Eye Keith. There you go. Y'all know Big Eye Keith.
No Big Eye Keith.
You got his haircut fresh. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to lift the Most High's name in spite of. And we get cracking here.
Woo, that boy feels good.
Don't last today without that.
Yeah, that boy feels good.
Hey, boy.
She killed that shit. She killed that.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
That's pure talent.
And
You
just,
made a quilt.
and just asking, what's up with the long sleeve shirt? So like
We're going to go ahead and pray in. For those of you all that don't know, for everybody that don't know, when we pray in, we face the east, towards our land, towards the temple of the Most High, where his temple was. What we'll do is we'll read Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4 in English, and you'll recite it after me in Hebrew. And we'll move on to the commandments. And you'll recite the commandments after I said it. Then we'll have a prayer. All minds clear? This is Deuteronomy, or Devarim, chapter 6 and verse 4. Hear, O Israel, Yahuwah our Elohim, Yahuwah is one. Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael.
Yahuwah Elohim. Yahuwah Echad. This is Exodus, or Shemot chapter 20, beginning at verse 3. We will have no other mighty ones.
We will have no other mighty ones.
Against the Most High.
Against the Most High.
We will not make any carved image.
We will not make any carved image.
Or any likeness.
Or any likeness.
Of that which is in Shamim above.
That which is in Shamim above.
Or which is in the earth beneath.
Or which is in the earth beneath.
Or which is in the waters under the earth.
Or which is in the waters under the earth.
We will not bow down to them.
We will not bow down to them.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them.
Yahuwah is.
Yahuwah
It's a jealous head.
is a jealous head.
Visiting the wicked.
Visiting the wicked.
The fathers on the children.
Of the fathers on the children.
To the third and fourth generation.
To the third and fourth generation.
Of those that hate him.
Those that hate
And
him.
showing kindness.
For showing kindness.
To thousands of those
To thousands of
who
those
love him.
who love him.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments.
We will not bring the name.
We will not bring the name.
Yahuwah
Yahuwah
to nothing.
to nothing.
For Yahuwah
For Yahuwah
will not leave us unpunished.
will not leave us unpunished.
Who brings his name to nothing.
Who brings his name to nothing.
We will remember the Shabbat day.
We will remember the Shabbat day.
To keep it Kodesh.
To keep it Kodesh.
6 days we will labor.
6 days we will labor.
Do all our work.
Do all our work.
But the seventh day
But the seventh day
is the Shabbat.
is the Shabbat.
Yahuwah.
Yahuwah.
For in 6 days,
We're in 6 days.
Yahuwah made Shammai
Yahuwah made Shammai
and the earth
and the earth
and the sea
and the sea
and all that is in them.
and all that is in them.
And rested the seventh day.
And rest the seventh day.
Therefore, Yahuwah Barak the Shabbat day.
Therefore, Yahuwah Barak Shabbat day.
We will respect our fathers.
We will respect our fathers
And our mothers.
and our mothers.
So that our days are long.
So that days are long
upon the earth.
upon the earth.
We will not murder.
We will not murder.
We will not commit adultery.
We will not commit adultery.
We will not steal.
We will not steal.
We will not bear false witness.
We will not bear false witness
Against our neighbor.
against our neighbor.
We will not covet.
We will not covet
Anything.
anything
That is our neighbor.
that is our neighbor.
Father, we give thanks for this Shabbat day, Father, the day set apart, Father, to show a sign between you and I, between you and your people, Father, that we will be your people, Father. We pray and ask, Father, that every soul is uplifted, Father, that we open our mouths and uplift your name, Father, on this day, to give you the esteem, the honor, the praise, Father. Father, we pray that any soul that is in transit, you allow them to make it here safely. And any person that's watching the live stream, Father, that you will edify each and every person, Father, according to your Ruach, Father. That you allow your Ruach to go forth and give understanding unto the hearer and utterance unto the speaker, so that we all may be doers of your word, Father. This and all these things we pray and give thanks. So be it.
So be it.
Hallelujah.
No, sir.
Praise God, everybody. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
We're going to sing every praise to our Yah. I think most of Chosen Seed know the song.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a few new people in here, but the words are every praise is to our Yah. Every word of worship. Every praise is to our Yah. And our brothers come behind that and say, hallelujah. All right? That's our Lord. Thank you. And then it's like I'll say one part, everybody says the same thing, and I say, that's what it does. Okay? So we're getting ready to start it on out. Let's everybody kind of like, if you feel like praising y'all, let's stand up for y'all.
Hallelujah.
You know what? That sounds kind of weird. Do you really praise? You really believe it's time to praise God?
Hallelujah.
That's all let's praise. All right, now. All right, we put our hands all right too. Yeah, everybody ready?
Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship and one of glory. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah. Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship and one of glory. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah. It's to our God. Every word of worship and one of glory. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah. To our God. Every word of worship and one of glory. Every praise is to Every praise, every praise to our God. Hallelujah, hallelujah to our God. Every word of worship and one of God. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah. Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship and one of God. Every praise to our God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Savior, God, healer, God, deliverer. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. God, Savior. God, Savior, God, healer, God, deliverer. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. God, Savior, God, healer, God, deliverer. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship and one of God. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah, hallelujah to our God. Every word of worship and one of God. Every praise is to our God. Hallelujah, sing hallelujah. It's to our God. Every word of worship and one of God. Every praise to our God. Hallelujah. All right. This is one that we haven't done in a long time. And most of us also know this. I vow to praise you. The good and the bad. I praise you. Whether happy or sad, I praise you. In all that I go through, because praise is what I do. And I owe it all to you. Praise is what I do. Praise is what I do. When I want to get close to you. When I want to be close to you, I lift my hand in praise. Praise is who I am. Praise is why I can. I praise Him all the time. I vow to praise you through the good and the bad. I praise you. Whether happy or sad, I
Y'all know what we got to do on the next one,
All
right?
right, y'all do it again, sister.
Let them do it.
Praise is what I
Praise is what I do.
Cause I'm a Hebrew. It's what I do. It's what I do.
What I do.
Come on, fellas. Praise is what I do. Cause I'm a Hebrew. It's what I do.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Praise is what I. Praise is what I do.
It's what I do, y'all.
Cause I'm a Hebrew.
Oh, praise
It's
God.
what I do. It's what I do.
What I do.
It's what I do.
What I do.
What I do.
Praise is what I
Praise is what I do. Cause I'm a Hebrew. Come on. It's what I do.
What I do.
It's what I do.
What I do.
It's what I do.
Each and every day, yeah.
Praise is what I. Praise is what I do.
Raise my hands to the Almighty.
Cause I'm a Hebrew.
I'm a Hebrew.
It's what I do.
What I do.
It's what I do.
What I do.
It's what I do.
What I do.
Hey, praise is what I. Praise is what I do.
I'm a Hebrew.
Cause I'm a Hebrew. It's what I do.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Where you at, Big IP? Where you at, Big IP?
Go to the stage.
That boy used to run it from us.
Towering. At a whopping 6 foot.
By way of Detroit, Michigan, and approximately 5'11", 6 feet tall. From Detroit with the perfect Steve Harvey throw. I give to you, Big R-Key. Big R-Key. Can we get in it?
All right, y'all.
Disintegrate.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, y'all. Y'all know we ain't got no. Y'all know we don't have any. We don't have any music, no instruments today. So we had to improvise. Right? And we still got to praise the Most High.
That's right.
We still got to praise the Most High. So look, now, it's going to be a little different than what you used to. But it's praises indeed, right? I'm going to ask y'all one question before we get started. How deep does your love run for the Most High? You run deep? How deep does your love run for the Most High? You run deep? Well, that's what I want y'all to kind of think about with this song here. And I see y'all sitting down and stuff. Y'all tired.
Y'all can sit down. Y'all ain't gonna be sitting for long.
All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and get it back, right? Now, if y'all know the song, I want y'all to sing along, all right?
All right now.
Go ahead and get that up.
Volume. Yep.
Now, if y'all know it, sing along.
One more. That's all we go. All right, go.
My love runs deep.
How deep is your love for him that created you, despite the circumstances?
My love runs deep.
Go back against the wall. Do you still praise the Most High?
My love runs deep.
When you feel like it's all over, do you still praise the Most High?
My love runs deep. Come on.
Yeah. His love is deep. You know my love is action. I speak it with my lips. I act because y'all love is passion. You got me from the pit. It's clear as fact, I gotta praise him. I hit my knees and pray for love. We gotta stop the hatred. We catching cases, different cases. It's the people changing. Behind the bars, our spirit hungry, got our bellies aching. I need your love, you got me through with all the pain I faced it. You need your footsteps, get your foot. Don't you get complacent. Stay adjacent, spread love, so we in the deep. I'm in the book, I take you out, he kept me out the streets. I gotta preach for picture time, cause now I'm something great. Would you have done the journey, dog, or would you jump the ship? I'm here to teach the truth, y'all, I never needed nothing. It take a village, we forgot how much we need each other. We all got to stop running deep in sinners. And so y'all, we in this race, concentration. My love, come on, yo. My love runs deep. My love, my love runs deep. Yeah, we gon' sing it. My love runs deep. Woo! Listen. They got some wrenches in their veins, just trying to numb their pain. Looking for a God they never seen, and think it's all the day. But it ain't no ponchos when you down and you can't stand the rain. Spit they last dollar on that hot, and somehow y'all complain. Deep down inside, they know we real, and it ain't just a myth. But circumstances got them thinking they're like, take me this. I know the struggle, tears of blood, but the Father love you. Reach up and hands, put down the sin, escape from taking trouble. Lay aside your pride, don't look at how you gotta face that fear. Realize that you've been traumatized, the only place is here. Inside is love, embrace his arms, approach and let him steer. Don't try to drive, just sit and ride because my love runs deep. Come on, come on, my love runs deep. Come on, I hear you. My love runs deep. My love runs deep. Hey, one more time, y'all. My love runs deep. My love runs deep. Can you say one more? Can we do one more? You said encore. I gotta say that one again. I gotta say that one again. My love runs deep. My love runs deep. My love runs deep. I'm just trying to say it back. Y'all want it again? And we're gonna do it right this time too. There you go. Back to back. You gotta give the people what they want when they trying to pray. My love runs deep. My love runs deep. My love. Come on. My love runs deep. My love. Come on, y'all. My love runs deep. My love runs deep. You know my love is action. You speaking with your lips, I act because y'all love is passion. You got me from the pit. It's clear as fact, I gotta praise you. I hit my knees and pray for love. We gotta stop the hatred. We catching cases, different faces. It's the people changing. Behind the bars, our spirit hungry, got our bellies aching. I need the love and time to do it. All the pain I faced it. You read your scriptures, get your blessings. Don't you get complacent. Stay against to spread love, so we in the deep. I'm in the book. I thank you. you had done that journey, dog, or would you jump the ship? I'm here to teach the spirit, but y'all, I never need another. It takes a village, we forgot how much we need each other. It's so cool. It's running deep and sinners. It's told out, yeah, we in this race. My love, my love, my love, my love runs deep. My love, my love. Hey, look, my love. Tic-tacs, syringes, and they veins. Just trying to numb their pain. Looking for what God they never see. They think it's all a game. And it ain't no controls when you down and you can't stand the rain. Spit they last dialogue that high and somehow rise the flame. Deep down inside, they know we real, but it ain't just a myth. But circumstances got them thinking, man, like take me in. I know the struggle, it's a puddle, but the Father love you. Deep down and great. Take the trouble, take out your pride. No fucking hide, you gotta face that fear. Realize that you've been traumatized. The only place is here. Inside is love, embrace is love, and won't you let them steer? Don't try to drive, just stay and ride because it's love. My love, my love, my love runs deep. My love, my love. Hallelujah. My love runs deep. My love, my love, my love runs deep. My love, my love, my love runs deep. My love, hallelujah. My love runs deep. My love. My love, runs deep.
So we got another one for y'all. Y'all like that one? Y'all like this one too? So this praise music, right? Go ahead and give us that other one out. Now the thing about this song is called Head Held High, right? That's a bunch of situations that you're probably going through right now. It's a bunch of situations that you done went through that made you put your head to the ground. But the Most High said He gonna comfort you in these situations, that He's the God of consolation. So you gotta keep your head up. You don't never hold your head down. You don't never make wallow in your own pity. You allow the Most High to lift you up. Alright? So tell them something, I see. Tell them what they gotta do.
Yeah.
Give them your testimony.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says.
Hey, never know when we turn the corner. Cause every day that we hear our time is getting shorter. Man never know the plan until he get his calling. You live your life by the walk till this evil on this generation. Yeah, now we paying blood, but you don't know that. That's why you still acting thug. But in our land, because the village, all we had was love. We broke the covenant, and now we living in the hood. Now rock with me. If you rock with the Most High, it be the people on the color that tell the Most High. Keep the faith, then you say, you say you wanna die. In my G says some kids, and my son, you don't cry. Keep your head held high. Them trade on fakers, never trade on y'all. Like LeBron on the Lakers, haters on the church, but they still work the traders in your place. Keep your head high. Yeah. Keep your head high, but don't you cry, just keep your head high. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. Go ahead, keep your head high, but don't you cry, just keep your head high. Keep your head held high. That's what they told you. But I'm a king, I want to see my crown. Come to me, huh? Come to me. I was in the spirit. This is our first time performing. Hey, this is our first time performing these. I'm up here nervous. Keep your head held high. Don't ever let them see you down. Is what they told you. I'm a king. I want them to see my crown. Look at where we came from. Look at where we are now. God gave us the strength, so I had to go ahead and bow. Wow, look at my people. I know we've been through the churches. Scattered and afraid and locked up behind them fences. Sad faces, no bad cases. They destroy you, my kinsmen. Somehow we done beat that cancer, sins and remission. We was here in forgiveness. He done gave us a way out. Life is a stage and you were acting. How it play out. Double doors leading to the pit. I'm screaming, stay on. And then there's a path without hard, but what's the payout? Freedom in the kingdom, seeing me in your maker. No more tears, no more crying, no more pain, no more death, no more pain, no more haters. Just stick it out, y'all, so we can enjoy his favor. Now say it with me. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. They tell you lies, but don't you cry. Just keep your head high. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. He'll keep you fed. Just hold your head and keep your head high. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. They tell you lies, but don't you cry. Just keep your head high. Keep your head high. Keep your head high. He'll hold your head. Just hold your head and keep your head high. Hallelujah. 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 You got a point for the what you got? You feeling Shema? Shema. Hey, we here to praise the Most High. So, hey, now, if we gonna do Shema, ain't no guts for your seats. So, because we got no instruments. If we gonna do Shema, ain't no guts for your seats. Where you at? I need you at. I need you at the party. Now, do y'all know Shema Israel? Y'all know? It should be enough nice for me. We're going to get it cracking. We're going to get it cracking. We're going to get it cracking. Come on, sisters. I need the sisters up here. Y'all need to help me out with this vocal. I can't get up that nice. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's get that clap going. Hey, we got the human beat box right there. We don't need no instruments. Y'all gave us good. Y'all ready? Shema Israel, Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh. Shema Israel, Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh. Shema Israel, Yahweh Elohim, Yahweh. Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Shema Israel. Shema Israel,
Now, when we do call and response, we're going to take it down here. We go down here. All right? And then we're going to come on back up here. We're going to get them here with it. All right? Now, I know y'all hear me, but I need y'all to follow. All right? Right, we ain't going to do call and response like that. We're going to do all kinds of shit like that. All right? Now, let's take it to real voice. Let's say, Shema Israel. Now this next one, I want you to go pitch forward. Now y'all listen here. Come on, you ready? Now this next one, I need y'all to use your 6 and 4. Y'all never been in school and say 6 and 4. Make it out here a little bit. Come on. Now we need to get down to a whisper. Hold on. Get down to a whisper. Come on, let's see what I got. Now, we're going to do one more whisper. And I think y'all will go a little lower than that. And then we're going to let the kids on 6 months. You ready? Now, this next one, they got to hear us down the street and on the freeway. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Come on. Come on. Let's go. We got anything else?
Is there another?
Is that the word? Word. Y'all sure? I got these singers up here now. They still to go now.
Get your hands on the keys. That boy was on the keys.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2.
He got the tattoos. Twice. We can do a real quick. Hold on, don't turn it off yet. Hold on. Hey, B.
Yep.
The one you using, give me a mic check.
Mic check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Switch it.
1, 2.
Get another one.
1, 2.
Get another one.
And go. Mic check. 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Keep going.
Yo, mic check. Still kind of low.
Keep going.
Y'all hear me out there? Can you hear me in the back? If you can hear me in the back, throw your hands up. All right, got one. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Now we cooking.
All right, Cole, give me a mic check.
Can I shut this one off?
Yeah.
Check 1 2.
Mic check.
Yo, check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yo, check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
All right.
Check.
Oh, yeah. Yo. While we get our mic check on, I want to just extend a welcome to everybody who visited for the first time. If it's your first time visiting with us, we don't mean to put you on the spot. We just want to make sure you introduce yourself so we can greet you accordingly. Since you're here for the first time. If y'all wouldn't mind standing and introducing yourself. Don't be shy. You're amongst family. We family here. Okay. Whoever would like to go first, it don't matter. What? Introduce yourself, bro. You got it. Where the cordless at, right? Right here.
Ladies, you know what everybody was like, listen.
Shalom.
So my name is Chapu. I'm from New York. So
Hallelujah.
Detroit.
You say you just moved to Detroit? You just moved to Detroit?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Chapu's everyone.
Say again?
Chapu's everyone.
Job is everything, my man. Happy to have you. Who would like to drop?
Jason.
Oh, okay.
Jason.
Okay. Hallelujah. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got it. What is our? Shabbat shalom.
Barcelona. One of our new singers.
I live here. I've been here.
Oh, okay.
I know it
Okay.
does. Chicken and Jason.
Hallelujah.
Shalom, family.
This is our new Hebrew teacher.
This is our new Hebrew teacher, just in case y'all was wondering.
My name is Saul. I grew up in Israel in the Hebrew Israelite community. I don't know if y'all.
Yeah, we familiar.
Grew up over there 28 years. I met Brother B the other day at
The premiere.
the community. So he invited me out. Nice to be family again.
Hallelujah. What's your name, sister? What's your name? Diamond? Okay, nice to meet you. Yeah, one moment. Don't be trying to sit out back there. We see you, brother. We see you. We see you, brother.
My name is Alfonso Puerto Rico. First visit here, and I'm feeling out a great.
Hallelujah. Well, on behalf of the Chosen Seed Assembly, I would just like to say welcome to everybody, each and every one of y'all. Feel free to come and fellowship with us anytime we have any event, any Shabbat fellowship, anything going on. Y'all more than welcome to attend, more than welcome to come through. But I'm going to be teaching Hebrew class. Oh, no, look, and it's appreciated out. So, yeah, we just want to say just welcome, man, y'all amongst family. If y'all have questions about the lesson that go forth, like kind of table it to the end if you can. If it's something quick, just put a finger up, question to be answered. If not, just hold it to the end and we'll get to it. But we happy to have y'all. Glad y'all can come fellowship, Sister Diamond. Glad you're getting back on the right track. Brother, glad to have you. Brother, glad to be welcome you to Detroit, along to the assembly out. So feel free. You got family here now. So yeah. Hallelujah.
Now, for our next dynamic speaker,
It's just me.
the co-host.
Just me. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We're going to get into this lesson called The Two Saviors, the Two Trees.
Right. Can you feel that? Can you feel that?
Two Saviors, two trees. Right? Anybody know anything about the two trees in the garden? One was good, one was evil. Right? So would you say that these trees are opposite? Complete opposites? You sure? Complete opposites? Okay. Who all say complete opposite? Hey, we just had some complete opposite. Okay.
You scared them off.
Complete opposite? All right. So we got 2 or 3 for that, right? All right. So let's get into these. We're gonna find out what these trees really mean and what they are. Let's get John chapter 15. John chapter 15 and verse 16. Because if one was completely opposite, so one is the tree of life, and the other one would be the tree of death if it's completely opposite, right?
Right.
So if it's actually the tree of death, then you would know automatically not to mess with it, right? But it ain't called a tree of death.
Mute your phones. Mute your phones. Mute your phones.
So hold that with you. John chapter 15, verse 16.
The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 16. You have not chosen me.
You what?
You have not chosen me.
You have not chosen me. But what?
But I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that you love one another.
But you do what?
That you love one another.
Go ahead.
If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
But what?
I have chosen you out of the world.
Said, I have chosen you out of the world, but we didn't choose him. Read.
Therefore, the world hates you.
All right, so he said, I chose you. You didn't choose me. Let's get 1 Samuel chapter 8. First Samuel chapter 8, verse 7. We gotta let the Bible interpret the Bible.
1 Samuel chapter 8 and verse 7. And Yahuwah said unto Samuel, listen unto the voice of the people and all that they say to you. But they have not rejected you.
They what?
They have not rejected you.
Who did they reject?
But they have rejected me.
They rejected who?
But they have rejected me.
They have rejected me. I have chosen you. You have not chosen me. Read.
That I should not reign over them.
That I what?
That I should not reign over them.
That I should not reign over them. Genesis chapter 2. Pick it up at verse 8.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 8. And Yahuwah Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden.
Where at?
Eastward in Eden.
Go ahead.
And there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made Yahuwah Elohim to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight.
All that what he's actually reading is pointing to the end. We're going to do this in a later lesson. This is not idle words. Read on.
And out of the ground made Yahuwah Elohim to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight.
Every tree what?
That is pleasant to the sight.
Every tree that is pleasant to the sight. Read.
and good for food.
And what?
And good for food.
And good for food, read.
The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
So the only two trees that he named was what?
Tree of life.
All right. And where are they located?
Middle.
So these two trees are on display in the middle of the garden. Now in our mind, we would think like, shouldn't the tree of good and evil be like somewhere else, moved away? But they actually next to each other. Keep that in mind. They are next to each other. So it is two paths that's laid out. Like the sister said, she got back on the right path. It is two paths laid out all through scripture. Right? So we got to find out something. Genesis chapter 18, verse 19.
Genesis chapter 18 and verse 19. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way.
They shall do what?
They shall keep the way.
They shall keep the way, or the path. So he's letting Abraham know that Abraham is going to keep the way or the path, because there's two paths that's laid out in scripture. Right? Keep that in mind. Finish that out.
And they shall keep the way of Yahuwah.
They shall do what?
Keep the way of Yahuwah, to do justice and judgment, that Yahuwah bring upon Abraham that which he had spoken of him.
All right. Let's get John chapter 14 and verse 6. Two paths, right? Two trees, two paths.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 6. Mashiach said unto him, I am the way.
I am what?
I am the way.
I am the what?
I am the way.
I am the path. Right? He let you know that I am the way. Read.
I am the way, the truth, and the life.
I'm what?
The truth and the life.
He said, I am the way. I am the truth. And I am the life. All these things, keep these in your mind. Because there's two trees, there's two paths. Right? Matthew chapter 7, verse 13.
Matthew 7 and verse 13. Enter you in at the straight gate.
What gate?
The straight gate.
Good.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way.
And what way?
And broad is the way.
Is this Mashiach right here? Because it says broad is the way.
And broad is the way.
Go ahead.
That lead to destruction.
So it's a broad way. The way that the masses run to. Because normally when we see a crowd or a bunch of people say something, we normally think that that must be right. Right? But that's completely opposite. Read on.
Broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
Many gonna go on the broad way. Many, most. Read.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which lead unto life.
And narrow is the way which leads unto life. So once you get on this path, why is it so hard to stay on it? This is a question, not rhetorical. Go ahead. Righteous path is hard pressed. We're going to see some things. Why? Go ahead, Doc. Exactly. Few gonna find it. Let's see some. Why is it so hard to stay on the path? Genesis 49:17.
Genesis, or Bereshit, chapter 49, verse
17.
verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way.
He shall be what?
A serpent by the way.
So it's a serpent. By what?
By the way.
So Mashiach is what? The way. And it tells us that a serpent. This don't make all sense in a little while. But it's a serpent that's by the way. So normally if you encounter a snake in the road, what would you do?
By the way.
Right? Now, what did Dan actually do to the children of Israel to get them off the path? He brought in idolatry. Right? He brought in idolatry heavy. Keep that in mind. Finish read that.
Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that bite the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backwards.
So we see this serpent. We're going to come back to this scripture. Really, it's going to bring some light to some other scriptures. So again, it's called the tree of life and the tree of good and evil. But it's not called the tree of death. Right? Because if it was the tree of death, you would know. Don't mess with that. That's death. But it's not called that. This tree has good and evil in it. Right? But y'all separated everything that's supposed to be opposite. Let's see. Genesis chapter 1, verse 4.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 4. And Elohim saw the light, that it was good.
That was what?
That it was good.
That it was good. Read.
And Elohim divided the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
Now notice what he said. He called the light what?
Good.
He called it good. And then what did he do with the two things that was combined?
Separated.
He separated them. One is good and the other one is evil. They're supposed to be separated. Let's get Leviticus chapter 19, verse 19.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 19. You shall keep my statutes. You shall not let your cattle gender with the diverse kind. You shall not sow your field with mingled seed.
This means no mixing. We got to separate certain things that don't go with each other. Right? This is something into the adversary's character. Read.
You shall keep my statutes, that you shall not let cattle gender with a diverse kind. You shall not sow your field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and wool come upon you.
So we see that these things are opposite. They are separated from each other. But this tree is mixed. It has both good and evil in it. It has both wheat and tares in it. Right? But remember, you can't tell the wheat from the tares, right? This tree is not rotten. It's not maggots falling out of it like what we think it should look, right? The fruit ain't rotten. It ain't dead bodies all around it that you can actually physically see. So the tree looks appealing. Keep that in mind. The tree looks very, very appealing. Well, let's see one of the reasons why Eve wanted to eat from it. Also, I want y'all to keep this in mind. before that they ate from the tree, they had no concept of evil, bad. I'm being slick. I'm being cunning. They had no idea of sorrow, pain. Oh, my knee hurts. It's too hot. They don't know any of this. Before they eat from this tree, they have no concept of, I'm about to be slick. I'm about to do this, right? Keep that in mind as well. Genesis chapter 3, verse 6.
Genesis, or Bereshit, chapter 3, and verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes,
Beautiful. Read.
and a tree to be desired to make one wise.
To make one what?
To make one wise.
To make one wise. This right here is one of the biggest downfalls in life. Because people want to appear to be wise. Right? Oh, I first one to graduate from my school. Graduated at 16. I was valedictorian. Started my own business when I was 21. I have graduated with a 4.0. All these things, right? Does this make you feel like I'm better? Right? It's validating, making you feel wise. That's why we take pictures of us in front of all our books. I mean, hey, I got that. Oh, man, I did read that. Right? Everybody wants to be wise, to be deep. But it ain't us that's deep, it's the book that's deep. Right? It says to make one wise. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. See, I'm going to bring out this new mystery. You going to bring out the book? Oh, no, I got another book called, what's one of them books out?
Hidden treasures. I mean, not hidden treasures. What's it? The Garden of Eden?
The gospel of Holy
The Gospel of Judas.
Yeah.
Judas was really a good guy.
Tell you, right? In the Gospel of Thomas. Right?
The Gospel of Judas. He was the strongest. He was the fastest.
Exactly. 1 Corinthians 1, verse 20.
1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 20. Where is the wise?
Where is what?
Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not Elohim made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Made what?
Made foolish the wisdom of this world?
He made this stuff foolishness. The same stuff that you getting up bragging about to Yah, this is foolishness. Right? Read.
For after that, in the wisdom of Elohim, the world by wisdom knew not Elohim.
By what?
It says, in the wisdom of Elohim, the world by wisdom knew not Elohim.
They don't even know him. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, 19.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Elohim.
It's what?
It's foolishness with Elohim.
It's foolishness with Elohim. The wisdom of this world, according to this, is foolishness with Yah. Figure that out.
For it is written, he take the wise in their own craftiness.
Wow. Proverbs 3:13. Before we continue, where are the two trees at again? In the midst, right? Close by each other, right? Okay. Proverbs 3:13.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 13. Happy is the man that finds wisdom.
That do what?
That finds wisdom.
Happy is the man that finds wisdom. The better word for this is blessed is the man that finds wisdom. Blessed is the man that finds wisdom. Read.
And the man that gets understanding.
And the man that gets understanding. We ask y'all something. What is wisdom? Let's see. Read that one more time, Mark.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse
13.
blessed or increased is the man that find wisdom, and the man that get understanding.
Blessed is the man that finds wisdom and understanding. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and
Matter of
judgments.
fact, pick it up at verse 4.
Verse 4. Deuteronomy 4 and 4. But you that did cleave unto Yahuwah your Elohim
What happened with them?
are alive.
They are alive. One tree leads to what?
Death.
Death, and the other one leads to
Life.
So he said right here, read that again.
But you that did cleave unto Yahuwah your Elohim are alive.
So the rest of them that didn't cleave are what?
Dead.
Yeah. Read.
But you that did cleave unto Yahuwah your Elohim are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahuwah my Elohim commanded me, that you should do so in the land where you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom.
This is what?
This is your wisdom.
This is your wisdom. Read.
And your understanding.
And your understanding. This is your wisdom and your understanding. He's talking about his commandments, his law. This is your wisdom and your understanding. But Eve wanted to be what?
Wise.
Wise. You had it. And you rejected it. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17. You got water coming around. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 17. If you need a water, just hold your hand up there, grab it for you. And that no man might buy or sell, except he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom.
Here is what?
Here is wisdom.
And what else?
Let him that hath understanding.
That have what?
Understanding.
So what is he saying in this verse? Here is wisdom, and let him who have understanding. So, if you don't know the law, should you be trying to break down Revelations? No.
So I can't take people to
This is why we get so many people butchering this stuff. We gotta get it.
Here is wisdom. Let him
Go here.
verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell.
That no man what?
Might buy or sell.
See, in the future they're about to have a microchip. And you show me the microchip in the Old Testament according to the law. No.
See, brother, you gotta read in verse 4.
Read it.
And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
In the right hand. See, the microchip won't work in the left hand. Right? This is why we butcher this stuff, because we don't apply it the way that it's supposed to be done. This is why he's telling you that him who has wisdom and understanding break this down. See, John didn't know what he was seeing. them helicopters, all of this stuff, because we won't apply it the way it's supposed to be. People always hit me up, how do you understand this stuff? Go study the law. Paul be saying, have you studied the law? No, but I want to know what Paul's saying. Guess what? You ain't going to get it if you don't go back and study the law.
God says specifically, I speak unto those that know the law.
Exactly. This is your wisdom. Deuteronomy lets you know what your wisdom is. It's knowing the law. It's everything. So this is what you need to be studying. If you don't want to be deceived, you need to know his law. All right? Proverbs 3. No, we coming back to it. Remember the 2 trees, 2 paths, 2 saviors. Proverbs 3:14.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver.
Matter of fact, pick it up at the verse before.
Gotcha. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. Increased is the man that find wisdom, and the man that get understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold.
Is this talking about money? No. So you see it's up in Revelation and it's speaking about buying merchandise and then it's not talking about money. You're gonna find it out. Read.
She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you can desire are not to be comprehended unto her, compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand.
What's in her right hand?
Length of days is in her right hand.
Length of days is in her right hand. One tree does what? Give life, right? He said length of days is in her right hand. Read on.
And in her left hand, riches and honor.
Woo! So if you really want riches and honor, you need to get this wisdom, right? Which is the law. He told you if you want to have good success, you should do what? Meditate on this law. Boom. All full circle, right? Read.
Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand, riches and honor. Her ways are pleasantness.
Her what?
Her ways of pleasantness.
Go ahead.
And all her paths are peace.
Woo. Read.
She is a tree of life.
She is what?
She is a tree of life.
Tree of life. This is wisdom. The tree of life. Wow. Oh yeah, we're going back. Who is wisdom? Who is wisdom? Wow. But it's talking about it like it's a woman here. Read the last verse again.
She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her.
Woo. She is a tree of life. This is wisdom, right? That it's talking about, right? Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 24. You gotta let the book interpret the book, so we don't make stuff up.
1 Corinthians
Chapter 1, verse 24.
chapter 1 and verse 24. We get there, say hallelujah. But unto them which are called, both Jew and Greek, Mashiach, the power of Elohim, and the wisdom of Elohim.
Either what?
The wisdom of Elohim.
He's the wisdom of Elohim. This is talking about Mashiach. He is the wisdom. He personifies the tree of life. We're going to see this deeper.
First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 24. But to those who are called, both Yahudim and Yawanites, Mashiach, the power of Elohim, and the wisdom of Elohim.
And he is the wisdom of Elohim. That says the Javanites, which are the Greeks, which come from Javan, not Esau. But I don't deal with that no more. So Mashiach is wisdom.
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1.
Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 1. Do not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She stand in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the past.
I want y'all to see where it says that she's standing at. Read that again.
It says, do not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She stand in the top of high
She
places.
stand where?
In the top of high places.
Hold this in your mind. She stands in the place, high places. Keep that in mind. Read.
By the way.
By where?
By the way.
By the way, because it is the way. Read.
In the places of the past. She cried at the gates, and at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men.
So who?
The sons of men.
Yeah.
O you simple, understand wisdom, and you fools, be you of an understanding heart.
Do what?
Be you of an understanding heart.
Be you of an understanding heart. If you want to stop being a fool, take a hold to this. Get an understanding heart. Read.
Here, for I will speak of excellent things. The opening of my lips shall be right things.
Shall be what?
Shall be right things.
The opening of the lips shall be right things, as opposed to wrong things. Jump down to verse 32.
Verse 32. Now therefore, listen unto me, O you children, for blessed or increased are they that keep my way.
That do what?
Keep my way.
You're going to be increased if you keep my way. Wisdom's way. Read.
Hear instruction and be wise. Refuse it not.
Do what?
Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not.
Go ahead.
Increased is the man that hear me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso find me,
They do what?
find life.
Whoever finds me finds what?
Finds life.
Finds life. What verse you at?
This is verse 35.
Verse 35. Hold that right quick. Get me. It says, whoever finds me finds life. Hold that. It's John 14 and 6 again. Yes. So the people though.
John 14, verse 6. I am the way.
I am what?
I am the way. Oh, my bad. And Mashiach said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man come unto the Father but by me.
But by me. Whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahuwah. Go back to verse 36.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 30. I said 35. For whoso find me find life, and it shall obtain favor of Yahuwah. But he that sin against me,
He that does what?
sin against me,
That rejects me, read,
wrongs his own soul.
does what to his soul?
Wrongs his own soul.
He wrongs his own soul, read.
All they that hate me love death.
All they that hate me love death. That's a heavy thing right there. That's a heavy thing right there. John chapter 10, verse 10.
Book of John, chapter 10 and verse 10. The thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life.
But they have what?
That they may have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd.
I am what?
I am the good shepherd.
I am the good shepherd. So he's telling you, I have come that to give you life. But constantly, all through the book, he was what? Rejected, right? John chapter 12, verse 48.
John chapter 12, verse 48. He that rejected me, he that reject me and receive not my words, hath one that judgeth. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day.
The same shall judge him. He said, he that rejects me. Right? Same thing that Proverbs is saying. When you reject him, you love death. But wisdom is spoken of as a woman, right? How do you reject him? You don't keep his law. Automatic rejection. Isaiah 66. Verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 12. For thus saith Yahuwah, behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the esteem of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall you suck. You shall be borne upon her side, and be dandled upon her knees.
So when it's speaking of him as wisdom, as a woman, is trying to show his character, his love for his people. The way that a woman would love her child. Read.
As one of whom his mother comforted, so will I comfort you, and you shall be comforted in Jerusalem.
Read verse 13 again, slower.
As one whom his mother comforted, so will I comfort you, and you shall be comforted in Jerusalem.
And where?
In Jerusalem.
So he's speaking like a mother is in this aspect, the way that women are supposed to love their children. Matthew chapter 23, verse 37.
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 37. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you that kill the prophets and stone them that are sent unto you. How often would I have gathered your children together, even as hen gather her chicks under her wings, and you would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate.
So notice he used this analysis of a hen with her chickens again, like to show you the way that he loved his people. This is why it's speaking of him in a figurative language as wisdom as a woman. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 1.
Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out of her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table.
I go and prepare a place for you. Read.
She hath furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens.
She did what?
Sent forth her maidens.
What does this mean? Wisdom. She has sent forth her maidens. What could this be talking about? Who is wisdom again? But she had. So it says, she hath sent forth her maidens. The prophets. Hold that. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 25. Jeremiah 7, verse 25.
Jeremiah chapter 7 at verse
25.
At verse 25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets.
All my who?
All my servants, the prophets.
So when it says he sent forth his maidens, it's talking about the prophets and the disciples that he sent forth to you. Just like he just told us, O Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets whom I sent to you. Right? Let's go back to the Proverbs. Pick it up at verse 3 again. Proverbs chapter 9, verse 3.
Proverbs chapter 9, verse 3. She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city.
Where at?
The highest places of the city.
She crieth from the highest places of the cities. One more time. Where are the two trees at?
Listen, yeah.
Close to each other, right? Read that one more time.
She hath sent forth her maidens. She crieth upon the highest places of the city.
Yeah.
Whoso is simple, let him turn in here. As for him that want understanding, she said to him, come, eat of my bread.
Do what?
Eat of my bread.
Come, eat of my bread. Read.
And drink of the wine which I have mingled.
And drink this wine.
Hallelujah.
Hold that. Hold that. Give me John chapter 6, verse 56.
John chapter 6 at verse 56. He that eat my flesh.
He that do what?
He that eat my flesh.
Go ahead.
And drink my blood. Dwell in me, and I in him.
He just told you. And then the Proverbs tell you what to do. Come and eat what? Go back to the Proverbs.
Proverbs chapter 9 at verse 5. Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled.
Which I what?
Have mingled.
Which I have mingled. In this case, being mingled is good because in Revelations he tells you that if you forsake him and eat from the other thing, that I'm going to pour it out on you without mixture, which is full blast, 1 gazillion proof wrath, or the wine, so to speak.
Straight up, no chasing.
No chasing with it. Straight up, I'm giving it to you how it is. John, 1 John chapter 5, verse 13. Come, eat of my bread, drink of my wine. Chapter 5, verse 13.
1 John chapter 5 at verse 13. These things have I written unto you, that you believe on the name of the Son of Elohim, and you may know that you have eternal life.
You have what?
Eternal life.
You have eternal life. If Adam and Eve didn't do what they wasn't supposed to do, they had access to what? Eternal life. Chose the wrong thing. You went the wrong path. Right? Go back to the Proverbs. Pick it up at verse 5.
Proverbs 9 and 5. Come, eat of my bread, drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live.
And do what?
And live. Go in and go in the way of understanding.
And go in the way of understanding. So when it says, forsake the foolish, what are you doing now? If he says, forsake the foolish. You're doing what? Repentance. What's the first thing we see at taught? Let's go. Matthew chapter 4, verse 17.
Matthew chapter 4 and verse 17. From that time, Mashiach began to preach and to say, repent,
Do what?
repent,
Forsake foolishness and do what?
repent, for the kingdom of Shamayim is at hand.
He is the wisdom. Same thing, they all coincide.
Hallelujah.
He's letting you know. It says, forsake foolishness and go in the way of understanding and live. Right here, he tell you off the rip. Read that again.
From that time, Mashiach began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of Shamayim is at hand.
For the kingdom of God is at hand. Let's go back to that Proverbs 9. So we got the wise wisdom woman in the first verses in chapter 8. Jump down to Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13.
Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
She is what?
Clamorous.
She is clamorous. Oh. So a lot of people like to use this in a way where they see a sister acting some type of way, right? See? Look at that foolish woman. Right? But they're not using it for what it's about. Read.
A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and know nothing.
Go ahead.
For she sit at the door at her house on a seat in the high places of the city.
Wait a minute, where?
In the high places of the city.
Where did it say that wisdom was at?
In the high places of the city.
Wow. So they somewhere close to each other. So you mean to tell me when you get on the path of wisdom that the foolish woman is right there trying to get you off the path? Wow, that's why it's so hard to stay on it. Because she follow you everywhere you go. Right? What was the scribes and Pharisees doing every time when she came around? They followed him everywhere he was going. Get away from me, Steve Tree. You don't believe me. Follow him everywhere you go, right?
Trying to make the people choose.
Man.
Come on, God.
Right there.
That's going good.
They sitting right next to each other, trying to get you off the path. Every single time you try to get on the path, the serpent is waiting to get you off of it. Girl, I'm so happy. Oh man, he make me so happy. Oh, I just don't know what to do. We're gonna get married. Ooh. Black Mike. Why is the ugly self woman? Hello.
Man, I love you. Don't you marry that man. I loved you this whole time.
I just want to apologize, I put you through all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm a changed man. I've been, locked up. The most I put me on my face,
Oh, man. That's all I ever wanted to hear him say.
How little Rick doing? I just want to come by and see him for a minute. Girl, his old ugly self want to come. Rick is crazy about it, though. All right. Come on. Just for a minute. Come on. Waiting to get you right off the path. Serpent is waiting. He's in the path. He's close to you all the time. Yeah, he's crazy about it.
That was acting about it.
Pick it up when we look up.
Proverbs chapter 9 at verse 14. She sit at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city to call passengers who go right on their way.
To do what?
To call passengers who go right on their way.
So again, you in the path, but it's right there to make you choose. Right there to make you choose. And remember, One has good and evil, but you can't tell the difference. Right? The internet, or the World Wide Web, is a part of the tree of good and evil. You can go on and find out how to change the engine. But right next to it is a click. City girls.
Oh my goodness.
Don't like me.
Oh my goodness.
Now when you watch that, it's gonna lead you right to something else. And you're gonna keep going.
Oh, man.
Right? I have to make it where y'all can see it, man. Read on, man.
To call passengers who go right on their way. Whoso is simple, let him turn in here. And as for him that want understanding,
That does what?
that want understanding,
That wants understanding. Remember, wisdom said the same thing. Turn into here. Eat my bread, right? Drink my wine that I have mingled. Saying the same thing is very, very close. Read.
and as for him that want understanding, she say to him,
What does the foolish woman say to her?
stolen waters are sweet.
Stolen waters are what?
Stolen waters are sweet.
Mm. What?
And bread eaten in secret is pleasant.
Wow. It's saying the same thing that wisdom was saying for the most part, but right at the end, the switch up. Wow. So if Messiah is wisdom, who is this foolish woman? Something that's waiting by the way. Right there, right next to each other, give you this choice. One told you to keep the law, find life. The other one told you stolen water is sweet. You know when you think you're getting away with something, sneaky look on your face. He's sitting on top of the dome watching you. Let's get it. Genesis chapter 3. Matter of fact, yeah, read that.
I'll read verse 7. Well,
Yeah.
whoso is simple, let him turn in here. And as for him that want understanding, she said to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant.
Pleasant to the eyes. Right? Read.
But he know not that the dead are there.
That who there?
That the dead are there.
The dead is there at this tree. The dead is there because this tree is death if you choose it. But it ain't called a tree of death. It's the one with the good and the evil in it. Read.
But he know not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell.
Brutal.
I said one that look good on the outside.
Yep.
Everybody won't
Right.
get her. Like, oh, I can't stand it.
Exactly. Genesis chapter 3. There's a lot of people that teach, I believe it was a literal snake. Because, back in the day, they showed evidence from the study that I was watching. And they showed that snakes used to have legs. That's how he's scooping his little legs is up under his skin moving. Pure folly. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1.
Genesis, a very sheep, chapter 3, verse 1.
We're going to let the book interpret the book. Read.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Then what?
It was more subtle than any beast of the field.
So it called him a serpent, right? Hold that. Genesis 49:17 again.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent by the way.
He shall be a what?
A serpent by the way.
Exact same word. It's in the Kash, right? So he's a serpent. So this is not an actual serpent. We know Dan didn't fall on the ground and become a snake, but it's calling him a serpent, right? It also called this thing that he was one of the beasts, right? Revelation 13:11.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11. Go there. And I beheld another beast.
Another what?
Another beast.
Another beast. So we got the beast right here. We got the serpent in Dan. But it also said that, matter of fact, Genesis 3:14 says that he was going to go upon his belly. Read. Yeah, Genesis 3:14.
Genesis 3:14. And Yahuwah Elohim said unto the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon your belly shall you go.
Upon what?
Your belly shall you go.
Upon your belly shall you go. So you see this? It was a literal snake. I'm telling you right here. But we gotta let the book interpret the book. Psalms 44, verse 24.
Psalms 44, verse 24. Wherefore hide you your face, and forget our affliction and our oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust, our belly cleave unto the earth.
What?
Our belly cleave unto the earth.
So this is what it means to be the belly to the ground. You're being brought to a lower state. Not that you're a literal snake on the ground. But when you see somebody shady, you call them what? Snake in the grass, or whatever.
Absolutely.
So it calls him a beast as well. Let's see what that's talking about. Give me Daniel chapter 4, verse 32.
Daniel chapter 4, at verse 32. And they shall drive you from men, and your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field.
So you what?
The beasts of the field.
Read on.
They shall make you to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over you, until you know that the Most High rule in the kingdom of men.
This is Nebuchadnezzar. Read.
And gives to whoever he will.
Go ahead.
The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men.
He was what?
Driven from men.
He was driven from men. Read.
And did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of Shamaim, till his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. And the end of the days of I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted upon my eyes unto Shamaim, and my understanding returned unto me. And I blessed the Most High, and praised and honored him that lived forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation.
Read on.
And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing. And he doeth according to his will.
So what?
According to his will.
Go ahead.
In the army of Shamaim among the inhabitants of the earth. And none can stay his hand or say unto him, what you doing? At the same time, my reason returned unto me.
What?
My reason returned unto me.
Because he was driven to be a beast, but he still was a man. Read.
And for the esteem of my kingdom, My hour of brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my masters returned unto me, and I was established in my kingdom. And excellent majesty was added unto me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol.
You do what?
Praise and extol and honor the king of Shamaim.
But why was Nebuchadnezzar driven to be a beast? What was it? Read on.
And all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment. And those that walk in pride,
That do what?
that walk in pride, he is able to abase.
What?
He is able to abase.
I'm going to bring you down. Everybody that got pride is a beast. If you don't get rid of it, you're going to be considered a beast. And I'm going to kill you. What do you think the serpent taught him? Wow. What do you think he taught him? Pride. What goes before the fall?
Pride.
Wow. Same thing. So it's two trees, right? Two trees.
Bring it out.
So the Most High, it's the first Adam and there's the second Adam, right? He basically told Adam, obey me about the tree and you will do what? You will live. Mashiach, what they tell us over and over in Acts, that he was hung on. A tree, right? He told Mashiach, obey me about the tree and you're going to die. Which one had the easy choice?
First.
Adam did. Obey me about the tree for Adam and you're going to live. Mashiach, if you obey me about the tree, you're going to die. A brutal death. At that. Hold that. Get Matthew chapter 4. Matter of fact, skip that. Matthew chapter 4. Pick it up at verse 1.
Matthew 4:1. Then was Mashiach led up of the Ruach into the wilderness and tempted of the adversary or of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights,
He was what?
he was afterward hungry.
Oh, so they was at the tree because they was hungry for something. Read on.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, if you be the son of Elohim, command that these stones be made bread.
He said what?
Command that these stones be made bread.
He said, command that these stones be made bread. Well, Mashiach is the stone. And he is the bread. Who you trying to boss? Trying to get him. Remember, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. Right here. Read on.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone,
But by what?
but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of Elohim.
Read on. That's the flesh. Read.
Then the devil take him up into a holy city, a Kodesh city, and set him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if you be the son of Elohim, cast yourself down. For it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning you.
Go ahead.
And in their hand they shall bear you up, lest at any time you dash your foot against the stone.
How you respond to him?
Mashiach said unto him, is written again, you shall not tempt Yahuwah, your Elohim.
Woo. Read.
Again, the devil take him up into an exceeding high mountain and show him all the kingdoms of the world.
Show them what?
All the kingdoms of the world.
The eyes. I'm going to show you something. Right? Why is this so tempting to Mashiach? And Mashiach don't say, you can't give me the kingdoms. He don't say that. But this is so tempting because he's trying to give it to him without him dying. If he don't die, what does that do for us?
We die.
We die.
He don't get his kingdom.
So he's trying to offer him the kingdom without him having to die for it. Here, But he told us over and over and over again, my kingdom is not this world. That's dirt. That's dirt. The car you got is dirt. That fancy house you got is dirt. That money is dirt. All of it is dirt. You dirt. Right? It's nothing. He rejected it.
Boy, preaching today.
That boy preaching.
Stop it, man. Stop it, boy. It's dirt. Nothing but dirt. Solomon tried to tell us that the stuff was nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Mashiach come back and I'm rejecting it. I don't want it. I know what I gotta do. But we know it was hard for him because he went in there and said, Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but your will. Right? So it was hard on him. So this was this tempting was a smart thing on his behalf. Trying to give it to him without him having to die. Brilliant on the serpent's part. Brilliant on this part, right? Let's go back. Genesis chapter 3.
Yeah.
Surely you won't die. Just like he told Eve. Surely you won't die. He told Mashiach, you don't have to die. I can give it to you. Genesis chapter 3, pick it up at verse 2.
Genesis 3 and 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim have said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it.
Neither shall you what?
Neither shall you touch it,
Read.
lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die.
You shall what?
You shall not surely die.
You won't die. He came to her as a friend. As an apetist. He's not coming to her in outwardly talking about Yah. You don't want to follow him. He's not doing none of that. It's clever what he's doing. He's coming as a friend, as a savior to her. All right? You can peep it. He's not outright talking against Yah, but now he just stepped in Yah's stead. Because he told her that you won't what? You will not die. This is the foolish woman and the wisdom thing that's speaking right here. You won't die. He's prophesying something to her that you will not die. Stepped in Yah's stead right here. Hold that. Get Judges chapter 6, verse 19. So he removes the death penalty from her, which now makes the tree very appealing. What? I can eat and I won't die? Y'all trying to hide something. So, the tree of good and evil. Why did y'all not want them to eat from that tree? Okay, anybody with children, if you can keep your children from ever feeling pain, from ever feeling sorrow, from ever hurting their knee, from ever complaining about anything, from ever seeing stuff that's on the internet, would you stop it? This is what y'all was doing with them. I don't ever want you to be hot. I don't ever want you to be in pain. I don't ever want you to feel sorrowful, pain. Oh, it's too hot. I'm tired. I don't ever want you to feel that. All right? He was trying to keep them from these things. But they chose something else. I want to know what it is. Put a sign on the wall that says, wet paint. Don't touch it. What everybody gonna do? Dang, it is wet. Ain't that what the sign say? Just because I said don't do it, I want to do it.
Even adults.
Dang.
Wipe it right on
I just told you it was wet. You shocked that it's wet? Don't it say it? Be terrible, man. That's the beast nature. You gotta get it out. Read that Judges.
Judges chapter 6, verse 19. And Gideon went in and made ready a kid, and unleavened cakes of an ephah of flour. The flesh he put in the basket, and he put the broth in the pot, and brought it out unto him under the oak, and presented it. And the Malach of Elohim said unto him, Take the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and lay them upon this rock, and pour out the broth. And he did so. So the angel of Yahuwah put forth the end of the staff that was in his hand, and touched the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and there rose up fire out of the rock, and consumed the flesh and the unleavened cakes. Then the angel of Yahuwah departed out of his sight. And when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of Yahuwah, Gideon said, Alas, O Yahuwah Elohim, for because I have seen an angel of Yahuwah face to face. And Yahuwah said unto him, Peace be unto you. Fear not, you shall not die.
You said what?
You shall not die.
Only Yah and Mashiach can say that. He jumped in Yah's stead and told him, you won't die. They the only ones can do this and tell you this. Guess what? His prophets are going to do the same thing. Before and now. Jeremiah 23, verse 15.
Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 15.
Remember, he prophesied something to her. You won't surely die.
Therefore, thus said Yahuwah of hosts concerning the prophets. Behold, I will feed them with wormwood and make them drink the water of God. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profane is gone forth into all the land. Thus said Yahuwah of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of Yahuwah. They say still unto them that despise me. Yahuwah hath said, you shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walk after the imagination of his own heart.
The what?
That walk after the imagination of his own heart.
Keep that in mind. The imagination of his own heart. Read.
No evil shall come upon you.
What?
No evil shall come upon you.
You shall surely not die. His prophets will come along and do the same thing they already been doing. And at the end, no harm is going to come to you. Right? Telling you a bold-faced lie to get you to do what they want them to do. Go back, Genesis chapter 3. Pick up at verse 4 again.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 4. The serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For Elohim do know that in the day that you eat thereof, that your eyes will be open.
That what?
That your eyes shall be open.
That you're going to be wise. Read.
And you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
So this is actually really, you shall be as God or Yah himself. The person that told him this, you're going to be like him. Read.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food.
She did what?
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food.
So I want you to notice, he just planted a thought into her mind that she never thought about before. You can be like him. Remember, they don't know being slick and sneaky and cunning and none of this. The serpent just taught her something. He planted a thought into her mind that she can be greater than what she is. Anybody want to be greater than what they are, right? But it's the way that you go about it, right? He taught her pride. Let's see something. Get Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 2. I don't care about the character and the name and nothing, but it's showing you when he says that you will be like God or Yah. What comes with that? No, Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 2.
Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, because your heart is lifted up.
Because it's what?
Your heart is lifted up.
Another word is what?
Pride.
Because your heart is prideful. Read.
And you have said, I am Elohim.
I am what?
I am Elohim.
He just taught them. He says, you shall be as God. Right here, this is what comes with this. Read.
I sit in the seat of Elohim in the midst of the seas. Yet you are a man.
You are what?
You are a man.
You just a man. Read.
And not Elohim. Though you set your heart as the heart of Elohim. Behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from you.
Because the serpent had the wisdom. He knew about the good and the evil and all of these things. Verse 17.
Verse 17. Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You have corrupted your wisdom by reason of your brightness. I will cast you to the ground.
I will do what?
I will cast you to the ground.
Remember he told you you're going to go upon your what?
Belly.
Upon your belly. I'm casting you to the ground. From your great estate that you once was, I'm putting you down. Read.
I will lay you before kings, that they may behold you.
That they what?
Behold you.
That they may behold you. So remember, he put a thought into their minds that they can be more than they are. This same thing came into them when he taught it to them. A thought, right?
Yeah.
What comes with thoughts? Imagination. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5.
Second Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5. Casting down imaginations.
Doing what?
Casting down imaginations.
Casting them down. Get rid of it. Don't think you're going to be like me. The Most High's light is a gazillion, something number.
Whatever the highest one is.
It's not, you can't even comprehend it. You're going to forever be a 30-watt bulb. Face it. You're not going to be as great as him. No matter what, you're going to either do it his way or you're going to die.
Yeah.
If you think that you're going to, I wonder why I can't, I want to be better than him, you're going to die. Just that simple. Read.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself above against the knowledge of Elohim.
Every high thing that exalts itself against Yah. Cast that stuff down. Get it out of there. It ain't right. What's your Eve have done? Proverbs chapter 3.
Yeah.
Verse 1.
Proverbs. Check. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law.
You what?
Forget not my law.
Don't forget what I told you. You can eat from all the rest of the trees. Don't mess with that one. Read.
But let your heart keep my commandments for length of days.
For what?
For length of days.
Same thing. It's life. Read.
And long life and peace shall they add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them about your neck. Write them upon the table of your heart. so shall you find favor and good understanding in the sight of Elohim and men. Trust in Yahuwah with all your heart.
Do what?
Trust in Yahuwah with all your heart.
He taught them not to trust in God. Taught them opposite. Don't believe him. He's trying to hide something from you. Read.
Trust in Yahuwah with all your heart, and lean not unto your own understanding.
Do what?
And lean not unto your own understanding.
Lean not to your own understanding. So he told them that you shall eat freely from all the trees of the garden, right? The serpent made them focus on the one thing that they couldn't do. You mean to tell me I can play all over the country, but just don't go to Dearborn? Man, I can go anywhere I want to go, but just not there? I got to go, man.
First, you're gonna drive over there and welcome to Dearborn sign. You ain't gonna drive across it yet. You just look.
Let's do something. He made them focus on the one thing that they couldn't do. Wow, I can do all of this other stuff, eat from all the rest, but this one, I can't. I got to eat from it. I got to see what it's like. I want to be like him. When it says to be like him, it means to be sovereign. It means I don't answer to no one. I'm my own boss. I determine what's good and what's evil. He says homosexuality is evil. To me, it's not. So the people were saying, to me, it ain't evil. That's why they marching up and down the streets. Because they proud of what they doing. Right? The Most High says a man shall not commit adultery. Right? The rappers get on their songs and brag about sleeping with other men's wives. Why? They proud about it. Right? All of this stuff. He tell you, don't make your daughters be this. What is Cardi B and the City Girls and all of them? Complete opposite of what he put out there. And they proud of it. They plastering it everywhere. Because they proud of what they doing. What verse you in?
5.
Go ahead.
Trust in Yahuwah with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him.
Do what?
In all your ways, acknowledge him.
In all your ways, acknowledge him. Read.
And he shall direct your path.
You're going to do what?
Direct your path.
Because there's two paths. If you follow this one, you're going to be on the way. But if you go the other one, you're going to be in the wrong way, the broad way, which leads to destruction. Romans 6:16. No. I want you to notice, he never talks down on y'all in these verses. He never says, you should worship me. Come and worship me. He never do none of that. Exactly. But when you do this, you automatically worship him. Romans 6:16.
Romans 6:16. Know you not that to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey? Read it again. Know you not that to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey? His servants you are, to whom you obey? Whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness.
See that? Read that last verse again.
Know you not that to whom you yield yourselves servants to obey? His servants you are.
His what?
His servants you are.
His servants you are. Read.
To whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness.
Or obedience unto righteousness. Now, Why was the two trees there? Why was the other tree there in the first place? Why did he let this tree be there? Prove you. I gotta see. Absolutely. It's about a choice. Other than that, he could have just made robots. You know, but would you like for your family to be robots? Hello, Dad. I love you. Make no sense, right? That's fake. So he wants you to choose. Remember, he told you, I have chosen you. You have not chosen me. Right? Now I want you to choose me. I want you to choose me after I've done all of this great stuff to you. I want you to choose me. Right? Where I got you at?
6:16.
Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 30. Absolutely. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 15. See, I've set before you this day life and good, and death and evil. And that I command you this day to love Yahuwah your Elohim.
I suggest that you do this.
I command you this day.
It's not a suggestion. I'm commanding you to do this. Read.
To love Yahuwah your Elohim, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that you may live.
That you may what?
That you may live.
If you don't do it, you're going to die. Read.
And multiply. And Yahuwah your Elohim shall increase you in the land where you go to possess it. And if your heart turn away, so that you will not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them.
To do what?
Be drawn away and worship other gods.
So as soon as he did this, he drew them away, even though they didn't know it, they was worshiping him.
Yeah.
But he didn't come and say, come and worship me. I'll be your master. He didn't do that. But he knew this already. They started worshiping him ASAP. Read.
And serve them. I denounce you this day that you shall surely perish.
But you what?
Shall surely die.
Same thing over and over. Read.
And that you shall not prolong your days upon the land where you go to possess over Jordan to go to possess it. Whether you pass over Jordan to go to possess it. I call Shammai and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life.
Do what?
Choose life.
Multiple choice. I give you the answer. How do you get it wrong? Choose life. I gave you the answer. Read.
That both you and your seed may live, that you may love Yahuwah your Elohim, and that you may obey his voice.
He was testing you to see, do you love him? Read.
And that you may cleave to him. For he is your life.
He is what?
He is your life.
He is your life. He is your life. We heard that somebody believed that Mashiach wasn't the person in the Old Testament, right? Read that last part again.
That you may obey his voice, and that you may cleave unto him. For he is your life.
He is your life. Get Colossians chapter 3. Finish it up.
That he is your life, and the length of your days, that you may dwell in the land which Yahuwah swore to your father, to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to give them.
Because he is your life. Colossians chapter 3, verse 1.
Hallelujah. Colossians chapter 3, verse 1. That's right. If you then be risen with Mashiach, seek those things which are above, and where Mashiach sit on the right hand of Elohim. Set your affections on the things above, not on the things of the earth. For you are dead, and your life is hid with Mashiach in Elohim.
Read.
But Mashiach, who is our life,
He what?
who is our life,
Who is our life? Did we just read that in Deuteronomy? Finish that out.
when Mashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall you also appear with him in esteem.
Genesis chapter 3, verse 6.
Genesis 3 and 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise,
She covered it. Right here, she just covered it. She didn't know nothing about this. He just taught it to her. You shall not covet. She took, she just stole, right? All of these things, he taught these to her because they didn't know anything about what this is. Read.
she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat. He gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were open.
So the serpent didn't lie about that. The eyes was open, but not the way that they intended or what they really thought.
Right?
Guess what Adam and Eve just received right here? They call him a beast in the first verse. What did they just receive right here? They just received the mark of the beast. Declaring the end from the beginning.
Hallelujah.
They just received it. Right? Okay. Get Exodus. Where does the mark of the beast go?
Right hand,
Anybody, where does it go? Where does the mark of the beast go?
right hand, forehead.
Hands in the forehead, right? So, it can only go in the right hand, right? And in the forehead, right?
Somebody tap your head and say you're about to learn something.
Do Satan do anything original? So when it says he called fire to come down from the Shamayim, who did that already?
What's that?
Exactly. It's just biting off of what he's doing. Where does Mashiach sit at?
Right hand.
The right hand of the Father, right? It's just a bite. Everything is just a bite. The mark of the beast and the image of the beast is right here. Right? Exodus 13:16.
Exodus chapter 13 and verse 16. And it shall be a token upon your hand, and for frontlets between your eyes. For by strength of hand Yahuwah brought us forth out of Egypt.
So we got the hand and the forehead right here, right? Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1. Hallelujah. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which Yahuwah your Elohim commanded to teach you.
So he's talking about the commandments, right? Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. And you shall love Yahuwah your Elohim with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children. You shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign.
For what?
A sign.
Another word for this sign is a mark. Right? Read.
Upon your hand.
Upon what?
Your hand.
Upon your hand. Read.
And they shall be as frontlets
between your eyes.
So keeping the commandments is to bind it upon your hand, which is not something physical, and in your forehead, meaning that it's in your mind all the time. That he just told you, when you rise, when you lie down, when you do this, it's supposed to be on your mind all the time, right? In all your ways, acknowledge me. It's supposed to be there all the time. The Zeke is supposed to remind you to keep my law in your mind at all times. And if your mind is stayed on his commandments, then your hand automatically is going to do what? The work of the law. Right?
Hallelujah.
Automatically. It's going to do the work of it. What verse you at?
Verse 8.
Read up verse 8 again.
And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand. They shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them upon the posts of your house and on your gates.
So, the word sin means what? Transgression is to miss something.
It's the mark.
It's to miss the what?
Mark.
The mark. You got a mark. It's either Yah's mark or the beast mark. So if keeping the commandments binds it to your hand, what is the mark of the beast? It's to break them. They broke his law. You broke his law, you automatically get the mark of the beast. Automatically. The image of the beast. What do y'all think the image of the beast is?
No. No, y'all know.
How can it be pride? How can that be? So, in Genesis chapter 1:26, y'all said what? Let us do what? Let us make man in our image, right? You just did a lesson about what? What's your last lesson was talking about?
My brother's keeper.
But it was about something about
The body.
the body. We supposed to be the body of who?
Mashiach.
So we the body, then we is what? This image.
Yeah.
Let's get that joint where everybody talking about the head covering in Corinthians.
See what you're doing now. First Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 1. Be you followers of me, even as I also am a follower of Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I delivered them unto you.
Jump down to verse 6.
Verse 6. For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head.
Why?
For as much as he is the image and the esteem of Elohim.
He is the what?
The image and the esteem of Elohim.
So the righteous man is whose image?
Mashiach.
Mashiach's image, right? So if righteousness is the image of Mashiach, which we supposed to be, what is the image of the beast? Unrighteousness. Where does all unrighteousness come from?
Right.
Pride. That's the image of the beast. No talking statue gonna come alive. None of these things. We supposed to be the image of Yah and walk out his law in the sight of men. We supposed to do this. But if you wicked, you become the image of the beast. Real simple, right?
So the Statue of Liberty can come alive.
Exactly. No computer chips. It's simple. Obey me. Listen to what I tell you to do. If you don't, you are his. You belong to him. Just that simple.
Sheep know the voice of the shepherd.
Exactly.
Sheep know the voice of the shepherd.
None of it ain't really hard. It's the people that's teaching it that make it hard. Because they want you to keep following them.
Yes.
So This is the true image of the beast. It is unrighteousness. But guess what? You still can't tell because it's got the good and the evil in it, right? So once we become Israelites, we start to dress in a certain kind of way, right? We start wearing stuff around our garments, right? But there's some other people out there that took on the same image. That's doing the work for the other guy, right? That's screaming, you want to hell, you damn Esau, you damn devil, and all of this stuff. And don't they always confuse us for them? As soon as you say you're an Israelite, oh, you one of them guys that be standing on the corner, right? No, that's not me. Oh, but y'all look similar. They can't tell the difference. The wheat and the tares. The only way you can tell the difference between the wheat and the tares is when they finally get grown. And the wheat bends over and bows. And humility.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
The tares do what?
Pride.
That's the image of the beast. With that, we say shalom.
Hallelujah.
Gotta be everything's gonna be all right.
All right, everybody direct the tithes off and straight to the front. Just joking.
That's for him.
Just joking. Hallelujah. All right. Man, any questions, comments, concerns? You love it, you hate it. Teach that one again next week. Run it back like it's already. Run that back. Any questions?
More. We're scratching the surface with it.
I said we just scratching the surface. All right, we got 2 questions. We got.
It's
You
dead.
know what? Hold on.
I think we got some batteries.
Man, you know what's crazy? I like, for example, of Mashiach, right? The enemy came and tried to tempt him. When did he come back? With the word, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Eve, when the serpent tried to, came to tempt her, she combated with the word as well. But the fact that she put that little spin on it, because she didn't know the word.
Yeah.
He knew she didn't know the word. That's how he was able to get her.
Exactly. That's why he's going to get you. If you don't know it, he's going to get you.
That's why Mashiach told her, it is written. But when Eve tried to come with the word and he said, we ain't supposed to eat it nor touch it or we going to die. Well, you don't know the word.
Right.
So I'm about to go find you.
Exactly. It's easy pickings.
Yeah. Well, you don't put that word in. Well, they're closer to you.
Directly into it. Yeah. You got to put your finger on what's up.
Yeah. So, same for the rest of the year, though. Okay. That's Genesis 3:15.
Genesis chapter 3 at verse 15. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed.
From who?
Between your seed and her seed.
Your seed and her seed. So, right here is prophecy that the 2 seeds would be at war from the beginning. So Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel had the same mother and father, right? But that was the enmity between them 2 off the rip. They was at war with each other and one killed the other one, right? Read on.
And unto the woman he said, And unto no, sorry. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed, and it shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel.
And you shall bruise his heel. So Messiah is this seed that is really talking about that he's gonna bruise Satan's head or crush his head. This is what he did on the stake. This is why the serpent was actually trying to get him not to die, because he knew as soon as Messiah died that it was going to end his kingdom, which is already actually ended. It's just got to be lived out. Give an example: when Saul was still the king, even after Messiah, the Most High ripped the kingdom from him, he still was the king for a prolonged time, even though it was already given to David. So as soon as Mashiach died, he crushed Satan's skull, basically. And at the same time, they put the stake in his foot to bruise his heel. That's why he went to a place called Skull Hill or something like that. Golgotha, which means a place of skulls. Right? Go ahead, sis.
So when you were talking about the two paths and how, other people who have woken up to our identity, how we look the same, but we're clearly on two different paths. I was just telling my husband I ran into a guy like that recently over in this area, and I asked him, I said, so do you guys cuss white people out? And he said, yeah, we cuss white people out and whoever else, you know what I'm saying, get out of line. And so I didn't say nothing. And I told my husband about it. And I told him that the guy wore these stars, the Star of David on his shoulders.
Star of what?
Mola, correct. So why do that? Why do Hebrews, some Hebrews wear that star? It's still satanic.
Because they believe that it's the Star of David. Even though there's no script that says it, that's what they've been taught and believe, that this star is some type of way righteous. But again, if we can't read that he tell you to wear a star, then we don't have no business messing with it. So it's just that they was taught it and they running with it. All right?
Next question. We got another question?
Yeah, my question.
Okay.
Earlier, you was explaining about how the spirit is referred to in the Old Testament as a female, and then later it's actually Mashiach. I just want you to explain.
Okay, yeah. Pull out the Torah, right?
Oh,
That, that feminine thing.
I think so. When you read like what was we in Proverbs the 3rd chapter, and it was talking the 9th chapter. No, it was third. I think it was the third chapter. Proverbs the 3rd chapter. I think in verse 1, if I'm mistaken. I think even the he and the she and all of that, you can't really get caught up in it like it's talking about a man or it's talking about a woman. I think it's just more so about the language itself, because you got masculine and feminine in the language.
91.
So when you read Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1.
Proverbs 3 and 1. My son, forget not my law. Let not your heart keep but let your heart keep my commandments.
So when you read that law right there, that's Torah, and Torah is a feminine word. So I believe that the pronouns have to match because it's a feminine word. Just in gender, the gender in the language. It's not necessarily that it's talking about a man or a woman, because it's not a name. So the Proverbs, it's a language thing. The Proverbs, the pronouns have to match the gender of the words. You follow what I'm saying? So like if we speaking about the Most High, right? Like we believe that the Most High is a male, yeah? So when we refer to the Most High, we always refer to the Most High as him, right? And we refer to men as him and women as her or she and men as he, so It's like if you talking about your car. Your car is an inanimate object. It has no gender. However, we give cars feminine names, right? So you'd be like, oh man, she a dude 150 miles an hour on the highway, you know, but it's all about, it's just the pronouns matching what it is, you know what I mean? Not necessarily this is a man or this is a woman. It's about the language itself.
That's why I was pointing out. That's why he was pointing out the attributes, like
Yeah.
don't look at it saying he or she to a degree because it's saying that he sits on the top of the city, or it does this or does that. So now you look at who that actually is talking about in the scriptures for you to be able to see who it's talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So even though it's saying wisdom, which wisdom is a inanimate object, it's not tangible, but it's referred to as a she, just because of in the Hebrew it's a feminine word.
Right.
It's like it's a gender, you know what I mean?
Make sense? Okay. Another question? Comment? Concern? One more time for Tyler Lover. We'll go to the chat. It says, first question I see is from Mark. It says, why was the man not killed when he picked up his bed and walked, as Mashiach said to do?
That he was following your lesson to pick up the bed and walk.
Yeah, because there's no law against it. Yeah, by being on the Sabbath.
Yeah, there's no law against it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like work, servile work.
Yeah, that was basically something more traditional than written law, that he was, you know, where he would have been unable to do a certain thing. It was based in tradition than law, because there's no law that say you can't like pick up something on the Sabbath day. But it's the Pharisees, Sadducees have made it grievous to the point where you couldn't do anything on the Sabbath. One thing that we go over and over again is the Sabbath have to do with work.
Donnie Israel says, wisdom. While inspecting scriptures, don't omit Mashiach.
Acronym.
Acronym. While inspecting scriptures, don't omit Mashiach. I rock that out. Let's see.
I remember what DJ Quick said.
Just looking for more questions.
Somebody asked, how was the movie?
How was the movie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was some good information in it. We had a nice little cameo in there, and it supports the way that we teach. You know, as far as who Esau is for the most part. I thought it was a lot of good information. I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I thought it was pretty good.
Next question. It says, I have a family member who does the homosexual thing, and she wants to change. She wants to have children or a child, but she doesn't want to be with a man. What is wrong with that? Please explain.
In order to procreate, you kind of need a man, but I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah.
In this day and age, unless you're going to adopt.
He's going to go the test tube route.
Yeah. But, so she don't want to be homosexual no more. She just don't want a man.
It would be better to adopt.
It definitely will be better to adopt.
Right, that's what it sounds like.
But the
And just that Roman joint.
You gonna read it out loud? Romans chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of Elohim into a lie. 24. Okay. Wherefore Elohim also gave them up to uncleanness.
To what?
To uncleanness.
Uh-huh.
Through the lust of their own heart.
Through the what?
Through the lust of their own hearts.
Because of the desires of their own hearts, he gave them up to uncleanness. Go ahead.
To dishonor their own bodies.
To dishonor or disrespect their own bodies. Go ahead.
Between themselves.
Uh-huh.
Who changed the truth of Elohim into a lie. Who changed the truth of Elohim into a lie.
So the truth, like we just went through, like we just talked about in this lesson, the truth being the law, and the law being the foundation of our understanding. And once you become void of understanding of that law, that's what, I guess, by default makes you that beast, right? Go ahead.
Who worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. For this cause, Elohim gave them up to vile affection.
So what kind of affection?
To vile affection.
To vile affection. Go ahead.
For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
To that, their natural use to that which is against nature. And we understand that homosexuality being against nature because in order to procreate, you need man and woman. Go ahead.
And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which was evil. And as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, Elohim.
Read that again.
And as they did not like to retain Elohim in their knowledge,
in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path, or he will make your path straight. But it says that they did not think it worthwhile to possess the knowledge of Elohim. Go ahead.
The Most High gave them over to be reprobate, to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient.
The word hallelujah describes reprobate is, or translate the word reprobate is worthless. Go ahead.
To do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness.
Being filled with what?
All unrighteousness. Fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of Elohim, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgments of Elohim, that they which commit such things are worthy of death.
Are worthy of what?
Are worthy of death.
Because all of those things that they named are transgressions of the law. So it says that who though they know the righteousness of Elohim, because they are aware that those who practice such deserve death. Go ahead.
Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Not only the same in the ones that do them, but the ones who have pleasure in those who actually perform these acts as well. So not just the actor, but the one that have pleasure in the actor as well. So it's not so it's a contradiction to say that the sister want to leave homosexuality, but she don't want a man. You want a child and don't want a man. Like she really got to really understand. If she truly want to come back to the Most High, she need to understand this book and understand what she need to do in order to be proper in righteousness, as opposed to her own righteousness. And that's what we just went through in this lesson. That's what Eve thought.
Yeah, I mean, outside of adoption, you got to look at the Most High, the one who set up how a child is supposed to be brought into this earth. You know what I'm saying? He said that a man and a woman were supposed to be fruitful and multiply, and that they were supposed to be together. So if you try to take out the part that he said, dude, like, oh, I'm just gonna do it on my own.
So this lesson was called The Two Trees and the Two Saviors, right? How was Satan coming as a savior? I forgot to put this in here. Counterfeit savior? How so? Right. Come on, get your t-shirt. Right? What did he come to save them from? This is really, really key to understanding. What did he come to save them from? Satan came to save them from death. But he coming to save you from something.
Pick me.
It's key to notice that he's coming to save you from something. So everybody, when he's coming to save you from pardon,
Close.
what he's coming to save you from, right? He's a false savior. Everybody got something that this truth has stopped you from doing, right? Right? It's something that you used to do that you really, really enjoyed doing. And the only reason you don't do it anymore is because the law stops you from doing it, right? But what if it was removed? What if the person looked like him and removed it? So before most of the sisters come into the walk, y'all like to dress a certain way, right?
Not y'all.
Right? You like to dress a certain way. You like to turn around and look in the mirror. Right? I'm not making it up, am I? You like to look a certain way because you like that attention that all the people coming at you with, right? Whatever was presented to you. Who gave y'all those curves? Who gave that body? Right?
Was it
Sound right?
Show it on?
Right, exactly. You should use what you got to get what you want. Right? Why is it that the men, we all gravitated to Isaiah 4:1? Why is that? Why is that? That's everybody's favorite scripture. Right? Why is it? Because this is something that's still inside you that I really want to do, but the law stopped me from doing it. Right? Get 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 18.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 18.
Remember, Creflo said, now, we shouldn't have nothing to do with the commandments. Even the Big Ten. Oh, I know I said something. Oh, look at y'all. Ooh. You shouldn't even have nothing to do with the Big Ten. Right? That's why the church is so full. It's something that moved out the way. Right? That's why it's so full, because that thing been moved out the way. What do we constantly argue with Christians about? Matthew 5:17. Right? Always. Read it. I come to fulfill, not to destroy. Right? We always do it, right? Because they done remove something out the way. He coming to save you from something that stop you from living your best life. 2 Peter 2:18.
2 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure.
They do what?
They allure.
They allure to draw you away. They allure. So whatever is in your heart in the last days is going to be manifested, and you're going to play on it. Read.
They allure through the lust of the flesh.
Woo.
Through much wantonness. those that were clean escaped from those who live in error, while they promised them liberty.
They promised them what?
Liberty.
Liberty. What does liberty mean? Freedom. We in captivity, right? We need somebody to save us from captivity, right? Liberty. Let's see. G1657. Liberty. To do or to omit things having no relationship to salvation. Fancy liberty. Liberty or license. Liberty to do as one pleases. Eve, do as you please. I'm saving you from that law because it's people that teach that the law is bondage. So he's going to come to save you from the law, and you can do what it is that you want. Isaiah 4:1. You get 20 wives. Oh, that sound like a plan. Sister, you can dress however you want to dress. You can do anything you want to do. You equal to a man. You just as well. How come he can preach and you can't?
You know, just as much as
You're gonna please that pride inside of you, right? This is what he's coming to save you from, the law, because the law is what stopped you from doing those things that you used to enjoy doing, right? Wouldn't it be great to be able to see? Here go the real verse. This say this: do as you will. Oh man, that's the point. I'm about to go be wicked right now. The law. Save you from the law. So you can do as you will. Sound appealing, right? I can do anything I want to do, and I won't die. Woo! So all of this stuff back in Genesis about the garden, all of it is prophecy. Every bit of it that he's talking about through there that we just read over so we can get to the next point, all of it is prophecy. Every bit of it. From the moment he says, and he formed the man of the dust of the ground, and put the man into the garden, all prophecy. We'll get into it by next time.
Next question is in Jude 1:9. What was the accusation against Moses, and why did the devil want his body?
Go there.
Jude verse 9. Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses. Do not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, Yahuwah rebuke you.
Who rebuked him?
Yahuwah rebuke you.
All right, so with the body of Moses, it tells us who buried Moses. Yah himself buried Moses. Not like everybody else, but Yah himself. What were the children of Israel always prone to do? Idols. If they know where his grave is at, they're going to make it a shrine. We're going to go see Moses, and we're going to come to Grace, what's Elvis King name? Graceland. Right? They're going to idolize him and turn him into an idol. That's why Yah did this, so you can't do it. As soon as the serpent was on the pole, the Nakash, by the way, was on the pole, and they looked at it and thought that it was actually healing them. They instantly started worshiping the Nakash on the pole. So this is why. I gotta get it away from you because y'all don't turn it into a shrine and make it into an idol. Which the children of Israel always did.
Question for the teachers. Is it okay to still call on Jesus when I know his real name?
No.
No. My op is going to say no too if he has his mic.
No. No.
Just like
They say,
my name is Mello. Don't call me Charles.
Proverbs 91 and 10. 18 and 10. Proverbs 18.
Proverbs 19 and 10?
18.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of Yahuwah is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is safe.
So, on top of that, we know that when Mashiach, when he said, when you pray, you ask for, and whose name should you ask when you pray? It is, right? So if you're calling on a different name, an anglicized name that is not his name, like if anybody have a name in here, like when you go to a different country, names don't translate. You know what I mean? Your name is your name regardless of where you are. So if that's his name, like why would you want to differentiate from it just because that's how it's been translated in another version?
Yeah, I mean, they say when you know better, you what?
Yeah, but if you that's the one thing. I'm sorry, Trevor.
Yeah.
What she said was she know his name, but is it okay to still? You know that you shall know the truth, and the truth shall what?
Set you free. Next question. What about the doctrine that wisdom is a woman who is the wife of Yah and the mother of the Messiah? I have heard in Yahuwah the two H's as two persons that represent the family structure that we should follow.
Who asked that question?
That's Hezzy.
Hezekiah. Okay.
What about by the way?
Yeah. So we don't agree with that. I had a conversation with I don't know about this. We don't agree with that. They believe that the name of the Most High, the Yod, Hey, and the Wah, Hey, the Yod, the first Yod and the Hey, and the Wah, the Hey is the Yod and the Hey is Yah, the Father, and the Wah, the Hey is the Mother. Yeah. No, we don't agree with that at all. And it's because when you look at when they try to use the conjunction, right? Not conjunction, abbreviation, contraction. So like when you have like in English, you got the word doctor, right? But in order to abbreviate doctor, what is it? Is it D-O? No, it's DR, right? So you take the first letter and the last letter, and that give you doctor. Same thing with Mr. Same thing with mistress. You take the first and last letters. It's the same thing with Yah. You take the first and the last letters in order to get Yah from the abbreviation. Same way, when you see everybody's name that's abbreviated, they remove the portion in the beginning. They don't take the first two letters and then you got an abbreviation. There's a portion in the middle that's removed in order to abbreviate a name. So it's been a whole doctrine built off when you see like Wah Elohim, right? Which is a Wah, a Hey, and then the word Elohim. But they don't not understanding the grammar that's involved. That a prefix Wah means and, that the prefix Hey means the. These are part of the language. So they have built a whole doctrine not understanding the language. It's just not consistent. So no, we don't agree with that.
Who got the other chorus mic?
And I think we addressed the wisdom being a Roman thing in the very beginning.
People want to hear on the chat.
Yes, it's what he asked you. Is what he asked you to do unrighteous? Then yes.
Yes.
But we need to get scripture on that.
You can just read and explain it.
The judgment, yeah, not just Genesis 3, and I was in the joint where the wife was trying to make a pledge, and the husband can, he got authority. He said, "One, yeah, let's get Genesis 3." The question for y'all in here is, if your husband, if a husband asks a wife to do something and it's not an unrighteous act, is she going against the law by not complying with his request? And our answer is yes, she's going against the law based on couple scriptures there. Where we at? Genesis 3 and
Verse 16.
yeah, 16.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. Unto the woman he said.
Unto the who?
Unto the woman he said.
And unto the woman he said. This is after that they had eaten of the fruit and committed the transgression, right? And unto the woman he said, what?
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In sorrow you shall bring forth children, and your desire shall be to your husband.
And your what?
And your desire shall be to your husband.
And he what?
And he shall rule over you.
And he shall rule over you, or he shall have dominion over you. Now, if you choose to be under the dominion of a man, that was your choice to make, right? So you need to follow his rule. That's sufficient.
And according to 1 Corinthians 11, like we just read, when he gave the order, right? When we look at Mashiach being our head as men, that means we're subject to him, right? So whatsoever he commands, we know it's not going to be against the law. But what he commands, we follow. Same thing for a wife. Her head is a husband, right, or a father. Whatsoever he commands, if it is not against the law, she shall follow. Huh? You can die for going against the law. Matter of fact, get out of 1 John 3 and 4. Because this goes along with what Paul was talking about earlier. So I was showing how wisdom is the commandments, right? And how if you keep in the commandments that you are in direct worship of the Most High, right? And the minute that you break those commandments, then whether you want to or not, or agree to or not, you are in direct worship of the adversary, right? So check out what this says. 1 John 3 and 4.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Everyone doing sin also does lawlessness.
Everybody who does sin does lawlessness. Transgression of the law, right? Read.
And sin is the transgression of the law.
Yeah. You read.
And you know that he was manifest to take away our sins, and in him there is no sin. Everyone staying in him does not sin.
Everybody who does what?
Everyone staying in him does not sin.
Everybody who stays in Mashiach does not what?
Sin.
Sin. Read.
Everyone sinning has neither seen him or known him.
If you sinning, you ain't seen him, nor do you know him. So that whole thing is we're trying to do the best that we can. The best that you can will get you in the pit of hell, or in hell fire, or however you want to render it, right? Doing the best that you can. He told you what to do. He didn't say do your best. He said do what I told you. Right? Read. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was best. Has neither seen him nor known him. Verse 7. Little children.
He said, haven't seen him or known him. He said, in that day, they're going to come up to him, Master, Master. And he said, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I what? I never knew you, because you weren't keeping my law. Read.
Little children. Let no one lead you astray.
Let nobody lead you astray. Don't let nobody trick you off the game. Read.
The one doing righteousness.
The one that's what?
Doing righteousness.
The one that's doing righteousness is what?
Is righteous.
That's the law. The person keeping the law, they're righteous. Read.
Even as he is righteous.
Uh-huh.
The one doing sin.
The one that what?
Doing sin.
The one doing sin to oppose or break the law.
Is of the devil.
Is of the who?
The devil.
Directly after you commit sin, and you are a who?
Of the devil.
You are of the devil. So can you die for not obeying your husband? Just like every other sin. Absolutely. If you are in correlation with his law, you worship in the Most High. At the very moment that you decide that you want to go and break his law, whether it be one of the least, whether it be one of the greatest, if you're doing this purposely, it says you are of the devil. Now, everybody in here, pretty sure, has committed a what? And committed one willfully, right? This does not mean that there is no hope for you. He said, a living dog is better than a what? A dead lion. You know that the end is coming. Change your ways now. Get it together. More questions in here?
Numbers 21 and 8. It says, and God said to Moses, make thee a fiery serpent, and set it on fire. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live. Now, I had read that before, and what you were saying before. Wow, how did they do that? How did they have a snake on the pole? Why did they look on it? It sounded like what you said. They were worshiping it, but God gave them. So now I'm confused because it says here that God, I mean, and it's kind of a strange thing. I remember when I first read it years ago, I was like, okay, because God said to do it. I'm like, well, my question, but it was an odd thing because he protected. He actually directed him to do it to make and said, and said, everyone looks upon it shall
She wasn't like, why? Why did you tell me? She's good. You know that. Yeah. That's what it was. Hold on one moment. After this, we're going to couple on the check and we're going to serve some food. All right, matter of fact, go to the numbers.
Numbers 21
Yeah.
and verse 7. Therefore, the people came to God, verse 6. And Yahuwah sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore, the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against Yahuwah and against you. Pray unto Yahuwah that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And Yahuwah said unto Moses, make you a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole.
And this is the commandment. This is Yah commanded this, right? Read.
And it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live.
So, if you've been looking to today's time, he says a serpent on a pole. Do you see that serpent on a pole anywhere?
Hospital.
It's on the hospital. Yes. This is the serpent on the pole. It's got to do with healing, right? They took this thing and brought it forward into modern times. It's in Leo. Read.
And Yahuwah said unto Moses, make you a fiery serpent, and set it on a pole. And it come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live.
So do what?
Shall live.
Everyone that looks upon it. What's the commandment in this? Everyone that looks upon this shall be healed, right? Read.
And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, which he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
So this is also a prophecy of something, right? Exactly. Of him being put up on a pole. He quoted this very thing. As Moses lifted up the serpent, so shall they lift up the Son of Man. Because it's going healing in it. But the command was just to look at it, not to worship it. Now go back to what he said.
And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in a walk. And they journeyed from the walk and pitched at
That's it.
that one.
That's the same thing. About the serpent. Go ahead.
Hold on. You looking at when they try to worship, he told them to tore it down.
Yeah. One moment. Go back to where it actually was just made and got bigger.
That's in the beginning of the chapter.
Yeah.
It says that Yahuwah sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against Yahuwah and against you. Pray unto Yahuwah that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And Yahuwah said unto Moses, make you a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he look upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass, and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
Where's the part where they worship it?
That's another, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 Kings.
2 Kings 18-40. Pick it up at verse 3.
2 Kings 18:3. And he did that which was right in the sight of Yahuwah, according to all that David his father did. And he removed the high places, and brake the images down, and cut the groves, and brake in pieces the brazen serpent that Moses had made.
He did what?
Break in pieces the brazen serpent that Moses had made.
So this is that serpent right here. Read.
For unto those days the children of Israel did burn incense to it, and called it Nehushtan.
So they actually started believing that the thing actually had the power and it was healing them, which it wasn't. It was Yah. You just doing what I told you to do. So they started burning incense to it and worshiping it. Now notice this thing got broke. So why do we see it on hospitals, ambulances, and anything that's got to do with healing to this day? It's right here. It's right here.
Yeah, they borrowed it. Anything Greek came well after this. And they borrowed it. Next question. It says, but what if we are baptized or immersed or get married in the name of Jesus?
Get baptized.
First thing you need to do is realize when you got baptized in the name of Jesus that it wasn't based on the principles of the scriptures. It wasn't keeping the law. It wasn't taking the pride out. You know what I'm saying? You were still pretty much full of sin. You know what I'm saying? So that one don't count. Now, with being married, you actually have a contract. You know what I'm saying? Something that you wrote down and vowed yourself to. That's thick. You know what I'm saying? You got to fulfill that vow. But yeah, you definitely still got go. You definitely want to get baptized in the right name. No question. So I was thinking. I'm not
Yeah, the next I left.
Right. Well, sister, good for you. Unless you, when you're making no contract, this is why you got to get to know people when you date them. So you got to get to know people when you get ready to marry somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because if you make that contract with somebody and they flip the script on you, you done made that contract.
We got a question in the back. Where am I at?
Is the baptism this Sunday?
Yes.
Wanted to.
Anybody here who want to get baptized outside of the ones who are already doing it? One. If there are able bodies that are willing to come out and support your fellow brothers and sisters as they get in that water, I encourage you to do so. It's
Move
not,
on, let's hide. Don't put my ox through it. I am an elder in that case.
all right, you want to pull that card out.
In that case, yes.
Is it a place to change?
I am old and gray in that case.
I think they
yes.
closed that
No,
day.
we not in
It's just some
Seattle.
porta
We
potties, right?
actually in Detroit. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Would you go inside there? Yeah, I don't think you can go inside there no more. I think they closed it. Had changed the car or something. Or, yeah, because I think they closed the little thing because they took the slides down and everything.
We usually try to do it early. 10 a.m.
On the beach.
Okay, what time they going down? In the morning?
He said in the morning. Yo, Trav, don't get out the bed for 2 seconds.
We'll be there. The beach time this time.
Huh?
Oh, on the beach.
They're loud.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, at the beach.
10 o'clock baptism.
Yeah, bring a towel.
Bring a towel, y'all. I mean, it's gonna be hot enough to air dry, but bring your towel and an extra set of clothes. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all want to enjoy the festivities of what the conference down there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with that, we say, wait, we got a couple of announcements. Will you guys be doing immersions at the Hebrew Gathering? Absolutely. Brother B will be getting in the water with anybody who wants to be baptized.
I will. That's it. Don't forget that the gathering is still going down next month. We had a forum up here for. Go ahead. They house too. So you saying your responsibility to the child and the woman, or just to the child? Just to the child. I mean, you dismissed the you dismissed the woman, right? So you dismissed the woman, right? Sure.
Right. You want to talk outside, brother?
Yeah.
Let's kick it out there. Yeah, we kick it out. We kick it out there.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we had a form up here for the shirts. We want to get those sizes in for the shirts like ASAP, sizes and money. We had an opportunity. Yeah, speak up. Everything that you pay for surrounding the gathering is the chosen seed. Absolutely. So if you hand that money to like Sister Wanda or something like that, you can hand it to her, but just let her know this is what that's for, so she can keep it completely separate. If not, you can cash out, you can PayPal it and just send a memo on there saying this is what this is for. Yeah, but we want to keep that money completely separate, so just let her know.
August 16th through the 18th. Hebrew Time Gathering, 9th annual gathering. Please be here. It will definitely be a great event. You know what I'm saying?
Registration is on Eventbrite. Hebrew Time Gathering Detroit 2019. We have the opportunity to register for the event. If you have items to sell or would like to have items to sell, you can purchase a vendor table. Everything is very inexpensive and affordable. It's a whole weekend event. T-shirts are available for. Second, speak a little bit. The vendor table, I think, is $30, I believe. What you got, brother? So we're gonna be at the Quality Inn in Livonia. So we encourage anybody that's coming from out of town or who don't want to like stay home because the rooms is affordable. We got a discount for room block if you get chosen seat. If you tell them chosen seat, you get a discount. I think the rooms are something like maybe $65, $70, something like that. But we'll be in that conference room at that hotel for the meet and greet on the first night. We'll be in that conference room for Shabbat service. We'll be in that conference room for after Shabbat service, and then for the barbecue on Sunday or that third day, we'll be at Lower Huron Metro Park.
How do you get a T-shirt? You get a T-shirt through Eventbrite.
Yeah, you can purchase it on Eventbrite. Yeah, purchase it on Eventbrite, and then if you can, just put it in the notes. If they have a section for notes, just what size you need. Or I'll end up contacting you by email just to make sure what size you need once we go to order everything. So we want to get everybody's order in ASAP if you don't want to, if you want one.
All minds clear? Say it again, Auntie.
If you don't have access to the Eventbrite website, talk to me, talk to Sister Wanda, talk to Trav, talk to who else? Usually Monica's here, Sakari, to Martin. Yeah, we get together.
All right.
Y'all ready to pray out?
All minds clear? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Right. All minds clear? Father, Yah, we thank you for the work that is going forth, Father. We thank you and ask that we will be edified, Father, according to your Ruach, Father. It would fall on our hearts, Father. that you would provide the increase, Father, that we'll be able to grow into something mighty for the uplifting and upbuilding of your kingdom, Father. We thank you for the understanding, Father, for the knowledge, Father. We pray and ask, Father, they would not puff up, Father, but they would incite wisdom, Father, so that we can use it accordingly for the upbuilding and uplifting of your kingdom. We pray that you would bestow allow your Ruach, Father, to speak through us, Father. Use us as vessels, Father, for your word to flow through, to be a light unto someone who may not know of your marvelous light, Father. That you will use us, Father, to call those people who are in the darkness, Father, that you see fit, that you being righteous, Father, who are worthy of your word, Father. We pray and ask, Father, that you would continue to impart wisdom, Father, continue to upbuild us, to lift us, to guide us into all righteousness, Father. And when that other woman on that high heel, Father, when they call upon us, that we will be able to see the simplicity in it and continue on the straight and narrow path, Father, that you have set before. Father, we pray that you would continue to be a light into our path and lead us and guide us into righteousness. This and all these things we pray. So be it. Aminu Shabbat Shemaim. Ikadosh. Shenka. Kabo. Nakuka. Yase. Rasoka. Bares. Kashir. Nasha. Bashemaim. Taylanu. Ayon. Liki. Hikam. Usla. Radu. Ik. Ashmatenu. Kashir. Soki. Nadaknu, Nashe, Ashmu, Lanu, Ra'a, Tabidu, Lede, Masa, Ki, Ni, Asulanu, Ni, Kara, Ki, Maka, Amam Laka, Mahagibura, Lati Pare, Lome, Olami, Sobi. Hallelujah.